with the devastating floods in Texas, India, Nepal, countries in Africa, and Bangladesh, we lament today as we pray the ancient prayer of Psalm 13. Psalm 13. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I bear pain in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all day long? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep the sleep of death, and my enemy will say, I have prevailed. My foes will rejoice, because I am shaken. But I trusted in your steadfast love. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord, because he has dealt bountifully with me. You know, this summer, the children's choir studied Psalm 115. For why we sing in church. I was very interested. I'm told by Reverend Sara that everybody had an input about why we sing, and they were all right. Praise God, to exalt him, to lift up our emotions and express ourselves in his presence. As Reverend Sara taught our children, we must always lift our voices in praise, despite of what's going on around us. Assured that God does not cause catastrophes, but will help us endure them. On behalf of our children this morning, I'm going to ask Maxim, or Reverend Sara, to read Psalm 150. Max? She said she had him read it at camp, so we'll see what happens. Down here, buddy.
Praise the Lord. Praise God in his sanctuary. Praise him in his mighty firmament. Praise him for his mighty deeds. Praise him according to his surpassing greatness. Praise him with trumpet sound. Praise him with lute and harp. Praise him with tambourine and dance. Praise him with strings and pipe. Praise him with clashing cymbals. Praise him with loud clashing cymbals. Let everyone that praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
On behalf of the other kids, the choir cat, we're in other kids. Now, we're going to have some special music from Mr. Tom today. And then Miss Becky, and then we'll move on to sharing our journeys and prayers.
Hold it all together, everybody needs you strong. But life hits you out of nowhere and barely leaves you holding on. When you're tired of fighting, chained by
blessing. I can never get enough of that from Miss Becky. Thank you so much. Mr. Tom, thank you. Let's share our journeys and prayers. Let's think about those in our community that need us to keep them in our hearts. Let's think about and pray for the people hurting because of storms and flooding. For Liz Dunn, who starts chemo this week. George, we're all thinking about it. For those struggling with mental illness. For Miss Charlene Payne and the group of United folks who went to be with her at her hearing in court. Pray that works out, that justice is served, that justice is compassionate. For kids starting college, school year begins, and the other schools at different levels. And for the parents left behind of those college kids. And also for Reverend Sara. Does anyone else have a prayer concern that you'd like to share? Please join with me then for the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Our prayer song is number 511.
Yeah, but Tom, one moment. All right. I have a special note for Reverend Sara.
Okay.
And she wants me to share it with you now, before the prayer song. So before that, and the amazing hymn sing that Mr. Thomas prepared for us today instead of a sermon. Thank you, Mr. Tom, for doing that, and Miss Becky. Reverend Sara has asked me to read this note from her to you. To all my peeps, and she did say peeps, to all my peeps of United Congregational Church, thank you. Thank you for all your prayers, thoughts, cards, calls, texts, emails, doing of errands, and general taking care of me. And especially all the yummy food, which you have blessed me with this week. I appreciate Lynn Hudler organizing all of that so much. Is Lynn here? My knee surgery on August 25th went pretty well. The surgeon was proud of his work, repairing 2 tears in my meniscus and cleaning the Baker's cyst and degenerative arthritis. Normal orthoscopic repairs take 20 minutes. Mine took a bit over an hour because it was complex. Leave it to me to not be normal. The Barretts, she said, took amazing care of me and my little dog Sadie in their home for 6 days. They should receive an award. Then I was able to go to my home this past Wednesday. Yes, for the record, even Brooks can be sweet. I cannot yet climb stairs, so I can only stay on the first floor of my house. So I sleep on my couch. She tells me it's a very comfy couch with a little pull-out section, etc. All the help you have given me with dog walking and laundry and groceries and trash, etc. are so appreciated. It feels like I can't do anything though. Ugh. I'm still on one crutch with 4 exercises I have to do between physical therapy appointments. Other than that, I am to keep my leg up and iced, with occasional walks around my little house. No stairs, no driving, no fun. I'm trying to keep up with a bit of my church work, balancing my laptop on my good leg and pillows. Boy, it's quite a scene. I get my stitches out on Tuesday, and hopefully I can drive them. But my PT lady scolded me to not do too much. I must let this crazy knee heal. Plus, I'm finding that I wear out quickly. So I will try to gradually ease into my work schedule and plan to be there next Sunday to worship our loving God with you and bless all our beloved animals. Confession. It is hard for me to ask for help and admit that I need it. So this journey with my knee has been a learning experience. But I am blessed with such amazing people, such an amazing congregation who not only let me love on them, but also love me in return. What a gift. Please know that I am grateful and I am proud to be your pastor. Many thanks to Mr. Tom and the deacons for carrying on today. Here's to an exciting fall. Bring on the future. We're ready. Are you ready? We're ready. We're going to have a great year. With great affection, Reverend Sara. And now for the Song of Hope and hymn singing.
Today's Song of Hope is number 511 in the hymnal. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Before I started here at UCC, I heard a rumor that last summer Dr. John preached a couple times for you guys. And I wanted to let Reverend Sara know right off the bat, that's not what I do. It's not the lane I'm used to driving in. But I could lead a hymn sing. I mean, I've had thousands of piano lessons in my life, but never a lesson on giving a sermon. So, as a music minister, I have to do a lot of different things. One particular Sunday many years ago, we had altos, tenors, and basses in our choir, but no sopranos. So I played the organ, conducted, and sang as the only soprano in the choir. That was quite the stretch.
Oh my.
And that's so less terrifying than giving a sermon. So what I'm going to do today is lead in a hymn sing. And instead of just picking up the hymnals and me asking what your favorite hymn, I thought we'd have a little exercise to kind of help you guys get more familiar with how the hymnals organized. So let's see. What I decided to do is, instead of having you guys, normally you pick up your hymnal, I say turn to a specific page and we sing that hymn. That's not what we're going to do today. We're going to be, you guys are going to be involved in the decision making of what we sing, and this will not just be about me allowing time for you guys to select your favorite hymns, but my idea today is a prerequisite to what I want to do in the future, which is, I thought a great thing to do for the congregation is to write our own heritage hymn. I don't know if you guys have your own hymn yet, but we're not quite ready to do that yet. So I have a couple ideas of things we can do. So one day we will be ready for that. So my notes here say the heritage hymn would be an original hymn to commemorate the heritage of UCC Bridgeport. This would be a church-wide project. We could have different verses about the different groups here at UCC, a verse about the children, women's and men's fellowship, a verse about clergy, a verse about the music ministry and the choir. This could be based on a tune that we all know, or we can create our own original tune. This could be something that we can sing at maybe the church's birthday or the pastor's anniversary or other times like that, or when we go to a new building. Yes. So today's hymn activity is a prerequisite exercise for writing our own hymn. It kind of will give you an idea of why certain hymns were written. And today I'm going to break you guys into, hopefully we can do this with enough people today, 7 different groups. I picked a very biblical number of 7. Yes. And the tough thing about being in a group is you're going to all have to decide within that group which hymn you select. It'll be a very democratic process. This will also give you a little insight on how Reverend Sara and I discuss what music should be performed every Sunday. So if we can get into 7 groups, I'm going to give all 7 groups a topic of a hymn that you have to look up. And then you're going to present your hymn to us, and we're going to sing it together. We don't have to do all the verses. If you find there's certain verses that talk to you, or if you want to do the entire hymn, that's great too. So
that's great. I think groups of 3 might work. Yeah, groups of 3. 3.
Right.
Make it work.
All right. So Lisa, maybe you can help me out. Who's our group 1?
Group 1, raise your hands.
Right.
Should we gather together?
Oh,
We'll come together.
they will, yes.
Looks like a real group.
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay. This is group 1. Group 3. 3 folks. Any 3? This is exciting. I've never done anything before, so
Okay.
I'm very interested to see how it works
Don't worry, you don't
out.
have to get up here and sing. We're all going to sing together from our
Okay,
seats.
so group 2 is
No pressure.
these 4 persons. Trying to keep a family together. Group 3 over here. I will forget what group number you are, so you don't forget, guys. This is group 4. Group 4. Group 4. Group 5. Group 5. Group 6. All right. Group 6. And over here in the rear, group 7. Woohoo! Group 7.
Okay, group 1.
What do we do?
Oh, we can come together.
Group one, here's your assignment. So group one's assignment is to
Tom is going to give you
pick a
instructions.
hymn about gifts of God. Gifts from God. That's your hymn. Where's group two? All right, your category is Psalms in the hymn. Find a hymn about one of the Psalms. Where's group three? All right, group three, your category is Lessons from the Gospels. Find a hymn about the lesson and a lesson from the Gospel. I know. This is tough. This is what we do every week. All right, group four, where are you? You have a good one. Hymns with words that challenge. Group five, where are you? Yours are hymns as prayers. Kind of like what we just did. You can't pick the one we just did though. So you gotta pick another one.
And this is any hymn.
Any hymn that fits the category. Yes. Yes. Group six. Your hymn is about celebration of community. Group seven in the back. Hello. Here's your category. An underutilized or underestimated hymn. Any hymn. A hymn that you love, but we don't sing it enough. I want you guys to find a hymn that introduce it to us. Yes. Does anybody need me to repeat any of these categories, or are we okay?
Yeah, I don't fit there.
Yeah. There's many different technical concepts. Scriptural, it's alphabetical, it's my first language.
Psalm 20 is an Israel, God from afar.
Those of you, some of you figured this out. In the back of the hymnal, there are table of contents by alphabetical, by scriptural reference, all kinds of different ways. Seek and ye shall find. Yeah, songs that celebrate community.
Absolutely. So many.
You know, the third verse today of the poem was about labor.
Hello, buddy.
No, let's stay in the hymnal. It's This exercise is actually getting more familiar with the hymnal. Like the subject matter.
Like Paul.
Okay. Get interesting. How's it going over here?
Kind of short.
Nothing wrong with brevity.
We're trying to understand all the words, and I'm like, I don't know what a orb is. Uplifting. So he looks down on the heaven. The four from the just.
So these are the actual psalms, but then you do the psalm tune, and then you have to kind of put these words in and note. That does not really know what that Exactly. Maybe you can pick a hymn where it's all, the entire song is written out like this. So we want to try and make up a verse. Can you look at this scriptural reference table of contents in the back of the
No, we went to
Okay. So, can you do a song that appears in the hymn instead of just a song?
I'm making it a little bit trickier for you. Okay. I just threw
A curveball?
Yeah.
Why?
Psalm paraphrase, right here. That's where your psalm is. So it doesn't even have to be a word for word. It could be a paraphrase word. I could ask we won't start with you guys. We'll work with
Okay, we're back. Hopefully everybody feels like you're close to deciding. Who wants to go first? We're all going to sing together, and maybe you can have somebody come up and lead us on the mic. Yes. We're all singing. We're going to eventually lead us on the mic, don't worry. But I like giving everybody the fear of God. You must now come sing one at a time. No way. So, your group 1 and 3? So, this is group... Okay, we're going to hear all of them. Group 1, Gifts of God. What's your number? Hymn number. We're going to do verse 3 of hymn number 473.
And open your heart to everyone. Don't be afraid of something. And to rejoice.
Janet, stand up, let us hear.
All right, here we go. Verse 3.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, and just repeat the phrase.
Psalms and hymns.
Page 73, enter, rejoice, and come in.
Hymn number 73.
All the verses, one of the verses is one.
It's pretty short. Do the first two, right?
7-3.
Page 73.
It's very short. The whole
It's
song
okay.
is only 8 measures long, so we'll do the whole
And
That's right there.
And this is based on Psalm?
Psalm that says, enter, rejoice, and come in.
Psalm 100. Okay.
Joy
servants.
I think we found a children's church hymn.
Oh, that is cool.
No, when they come for, yeah. All
And
right,
it's short, they can remember it.
who's group 3? And you have gospel lessons in here?
Yes, based on the gospel. And we have 2. Is
Okay,
that okay?
sure.
So the first, in honor of Labor Day,
Okay.
hymn number 532, Come Labor On,
And that's based on what gospel?
Matthew.
Matthew? Okay.
532.
532.
532.
Which verse would you like to do? Or all?
Which one? Oh, I don't, you pick 2.
Usually we say 1 and 4.
1 and 4.
How about 1 and 4?
There you go.
That's a great idea. So our second one,
All right.
based on John, Romans, and Corinthians,
Wow.
is We Shall Overcome.
5-7.
Number 570.
570. One of my favorites.
That one we can.
Well, I don't have to sight read. That's good. Sight reading on a mic is fun.
The
And I love that you
verse
guys aren't picking just all the familiar ones that we all know. I love hearing all these new ones. And I've already scheduled We Shall Overcome for later this fall anyway, so this is great practice for that.
the verse that spoke to George
Yes.
was verse 6. It's the first few words.
Okay,
We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday.
okay.
Here you go, verse 6.
Right at the bottom.
That's what words that challenge.
Number 515,
515,
verse 2.
verse 2. And how did this speak to you? How did you come? Any elaboration?
Well, kind of suffering and pain and challenges.
Okay.
I don't know what you heard.
15.
All right. So let's do the refrain, verse 2, and then the refrain. So we get two chances out of the refrain. And 1, 2.
Oh God, my God, oh gracious God, why do you seem so far from me? Oh God, my God, oh gracious
You guys are deep.
Have these breakout sessions.
Well, right? And I'm not true.
You're 5, and we picked out 521. I can't read English, so I don't know what it sounds like.
And what was your topic?
Hey, prayer.
All right. It was about prayer. 5, 2, 1.
1 and 2.
Verses 1 and 2? Okay.
In solitude, I come to God in prayer. In silence and simplicity, my spirit blossoms there. Whenever the world is troubling me and stress is all around, I seek the presence of my God, and healing light is found.
All right. Thank you. All right. And this is group 6. And your topic was?
Community.
Celebration of community.
Right.
And your choice?
It was, now, the 394 and 395 are different versions of the same hymn.
Oh, let's
In
take
Christ there is no east or west. We'll choose one. But I first choose one. Which one is the one that's 394?
394 is the one that I know and the one I enjoy playing.
That's one, yeah, that's good.
And it's more alto friendly.
Yes.
We'll do verse 1 on this one.
In
underutilized or underestimated him from the back pew? Luke 7. 327.
Jesus loves me.
They had to pick something that they thought was unutilized for this church.
There you go.
Which verse would you like to do?
Just verse 1. And they didn't know this, but I have already picked this song for next week before this. So,
Really?
ask and you shall receive.
Then we can do it in Samoan afterwards. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
Thank you, everybody, sir. Let's do this again.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, we're moving on to communion. It'll be very smooth, very quick, because we're short on time. Please, let's get in a very reflective mode as we start our communion for the day. This is a joyful feast of the people of God. At this table, we witness to our unity through Christ, a unity that transcends the differences and divisions among us. All are welcome at this table. May God be with you. Lift up your hearts. We lift them up to God. Let us give thanks to God. This is good. It is good to give thanks and praise. O God, creator of all, we give you thanks for the life you have made, powerful, fragile, abundant, precious, a mystery beyond us that sustains us, yet needs our care. O host of the feast of life, thank you for inviting us to take a place at your great banquet, to share life with the people who are blessed by your faithfulness, challenged by your prophets, forgiven by your mercy, and ever surprised by your power to do more, working in us than we can ask or imagine. Therefore, we join our voice with voices of all created things and with voices of your old and faithful friends, saints who have gone before us to praise you, singing, Santo, 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 mi corazón te adora, mi corazón te sabe decir, Santo eres Dios. We thank you for our brother Jesus, bone of our bone and flesh of our flesh, in whose life, death, and resurrection you revealed yourself fully. We thank you that Jesus, on the night before he died, took bread, blessed and broke it, and gave it to his disciples, saying, take and eat. This is my body given for you. Do this in memory of me. And in the same way, after supper, Jesus took the cup of wine, again gave you thanks and praise and said, take this, all of you, drink it. This is the cup of the new covenant, my life poured out for you, and for all, for the forgiveness of sin. Do this in memory of me. The gift of God for the people of God.
Thank you.
have gathered us at your table to bear witness to our unity in you. Fed and nourished, may we leave from here ready to be peacekeepers, God-bearers, and kingdom builders. Amen. Friends, it's time to collect our offerings. Do we have our ushers today? Let's give so we can support our collective mission and continue to serve our community.
Higher than the mountainside I face, stronger than the
Thank you. Kids, come on to the altar. All the way down to the altar. Thank you guys. You did a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay. You were singing. Come on. Let's have back for children's function. Thank you so much. You did a great job bringing that offering up. Not over. Lisa Matson. I'm hoping Lisa that can come over and talk a little bit about our church at work. Thank you, Lisa.
So Reverend Sara said she's been working a little bit. That might be an undertaking. You know, she has the entire fall planned out. Every second is full. So in the next couple of weeks, some things that you should
Push
be
the back of the
involved in.
microphone in.
I'm not on. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to shout. Okay. Wow. So September 8th, that's this coming Friday. Just a reminder that it's Reverend Sara. It's Reverend Sara's 8th anniversary at UCC, so it might be just a great time to send her a little card, tell her how happy we are that she is with us. So that would be the first thing. On September 10th, that's next Sunday, she will be doing Blessing of the Animals. I hope she is cleared to come back and be with us for that. I'm a little anxious about animals jumping on her, but we'll figure this all out. We are planning the service outside, and it would be wonderful if everyone would bring a lawn chair. That same day, September 10th, there will be dinner church. And I think, I don't see too many of the young folks here, but the dinner church will be here. That's a change from the past at 6:30. Spiritual Seekers are meeting on September 12th. That's at 6:30 to 8:30. September 13th is a week from now, and Wow Wednesday is back. There has been a slight change in schedule, so do pay attention to that, those of you who have young children who participate with that program. September 15th, that is really our kickoff weekend. That is back to everything, really full swing. Friday night, Reverend Sara will be hosting at her house a wine and cheese. That is for everyone. Please bring some wine. Please bring an hors d'oeuvre. Please, participate, however, and a chair. I know she's got the fire pit ready, and she is really looking forward to that. I think for many of us who haven't had a chance to visit or who have been staying away to let her rest, really will get a chance to really spend some good quality time with her that evening. September 17th is our kick-off day. Kick-off, back to full swing. Lots of things happening that day. We're going to switch back to the 10 a.m. service. There will be a short meeting after church, a little congregational check-in. It's about the halfway point of the year. Good point just to have a little touch pad. And then after church, again, bring your lawn chairs. We're going to have a little Olympic cookout outside, a little something for the kids. And please bring $5. Orlando, who is the maintenance man here at Bessemer Center, does a lot of our work, has volunteered to do some cooking for us. And that's kind of cool, kind of fun. If you haven't met Orlando, it would be a great opportunity to meet him. He actually lives above the garage in the back here. So he's the full-time caretaker 24/7. Those are the most pressing things right at the moment. Those are the immediates. However, I have 2 help requests. Had made, Janet's great creativity, 1,000 postcards. We want our new neighbors to know we are here. So we like to reach out into the community around us. So 1,000 postcards is just one small bit of the 06604 residents list, but it'll get us started. We thought we'd start with 1,000. We'll see where this takes us. The cards are beautiful, and what we've done, or what we would like to do, is put a sticky note inviting folks to some of our upcoming events on the back. So the 2 things we're going to highlight, the first you should know about, is September 22nd. We've got a terrific night planned. It'll be a coffee house and poetry slam. It's $15 for adults. I think it's $5 for children, if my memory is correct. It's going to be great fun. It's right here. We have some professionals leading us that night. And so on the back of that card, we're going to include an invitation to that event. We're also going to include on that card our service opportunities back at the center, our food pantry, and Feel the Warmth. So I'm looking for some volunteers for Thursday morning to help us stick those little labels on there. And we have to package them up. We're using a new service that the United States Postal Service has called Every Door Direct Mail. So we're going to have to bundle those up appropriately for this little thing that the United States Postal Service offers us. So anybody who come on over on Thursday morning at 9:30, we would really appreciate your help. And then, of course, we've all been watching the news, and we see what's happening in Houston. But Lisa also mentioned there are several places around the world that are really just a mess this week, whether there were floods or more war-torn areas. So the United Church of Christ has set up an emergency relief fund, and I love this because 100% of all that is collected goes directly to relief. And so we can make those donations directly to the UCC. I guess you should really put some addresses and stuff out for you. They're mostly through websites and email sites. Maybe we should do a collection or something next week. That'll make sense. They're also looking for, this is kind of cool, cleanup buckets. And again, if you go to www.ucc.org/disaster, they will tell you exactly what needs to go into those buckets for the folks in Houston. And you know what else hit me this morning when I read the newspaper? It's not just Houston. There are lots of other little communities all around that whole coastal area that are suffering. Houston's got some money in it, but some of those other little coastal towns are pretty poor. So they really are going to need our assistance. So those are 2 things that we need to think about and really jump in on right away because that's needed immediately. Most of this is available for you online. If you don't get it online, we do have the yellow inserts with most of the information. So as you can see, Reverend Sara is already planning. Lots happening. And we look forward to seeing everybody as the weeks come on. Thanks, everyone. And thank you, Lisa. And thank you, Tom. And thank you, Becky. We've had a beautiful morning. Thank you.
So we're going to have Tom play us out of here. Thank you for being so patient. It was a special Sunday, Communion Sunday. Hymn sing, our first experience here with the hymn sing. Thank you for that experience. Let's do it. Let's play us out. Go in peace and love, friends. Thank you.
514 over my head.
There must be a God somewhere.
everything you did.